Hi again. Sorry about that. I wanted to go ahead and catch up with the hubby. We're still working on my mom's place. Well, the rental. I know I probably shouldn't refer to it as my mom's place because she passed away, but it's still her place. It's hard to not do that. So while I was talking to him, I went ahead and worked forward a little bit on the coverage, as you can see. Now, one thing that I have noticed is that sometimes the chalk pastels are basically just, highly pigmented chalk. I mean, in theory, aside from the fact that the colors are going to be lighter, which could come in handy in some places, you could probably even try this with sidewalk chalk. But sometimes it does not want to blend and it wants to remain blotchy a little bit and show your lines. If you go back over it kind of in a scrubbing, not hard, you want to remain gentle, kind of go over those blotchy parts a little bit. Sometimes you can smooth it out a little bit better. Now I am using multimedia paper on this, which I thought about using watercolor paper because I do end up using so much water, but the watercolor paper is textured, and that sometimes you have to be careful because you'll pick up, if you work a space too long and too wet, it will actually pull paper fibers off of the paper. All right, so this is where we are for that first layer. Remember how I said that, this might not be exactly where you want it color-wise on that first layer. That's okay. You can go back over it. Also on the first layer, if you know that you want it to be a little more than one tone, more than one color, you can go ahead and add other colors of the chalk to that first layer before you begin with the water. Now, this is where your patience come in. You want to let this sit and dry completely before you start working on it again. Now, that takes a little bit of time, but that's okay because trust me, you've got other stuff that you want to do. Ideally, what you want is have all of your illustrations ready to work on. I do not right now. We've been a little bit busy, but you want to have all of your illustrations ready to work on. That way, while one is drying, you can be working on another, and you can move forward with your project a lot faster. Now, what I'm going to do while this one dries is my wonderful oldest son, and both of my sons are wonderful, just in case you're curious at all. But my wonderful older son bought me a small light table for our combined birthday celebration that we decided to have since everybody was on lockdown for at least half of everybody's birthdays, and we look for it to happen again. But he bought me I think it's like 9 by 14 with the light, and it's a lap device. You hold it on your lap. It's just a tablet with light. And I am going to start transferring the rest of my illustrations onto their final art paper. So that's what I'm going to do while this guy dries. Once this layer is dry, we'll work on the next. I'll come back and we'll do the next video, and I will show you how I'm going to correct some of the things that aren't where I want them yet. I do like this color though. I'm happy with the color. I need a little bit more over here. I wouldn't mind it being, you know, a little bit more uniform. It's never going to be perfectly uniform. Doesn't happen. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I will be back with another video. So have a great time until then. Work on your page, and, you know, let me know how it's going for you. I mean, this is something that you can do not just for, you know, an illustration project, but Christmas gifts, Christmas cards. You know, there are a lot of things that you can do if you decide that you want to create something through this method. So I will be back. Enjoy.